Good morning, ASCII. It's day 3 on the specialist schedule. Last week we did some virtual field trips, but this week we're going to start looking at artificial intelligence. Now, this is something that's interested me for quite a while, and I'm hoping that you are going to learn something new today as well. Artificial intelligence, also called AI or machine learning, is when a computer or other piece of technology is trained to act like a person would. We're going to look at 3 different ways that computers can become artificially intelligent and do a little bit of training ourselves. When that's finished, I'm going to give you some links to some other places that you can go and have a look for yourself. The first website we're going to look at is called Quickdraw, and this is training a computer program to recognize the things that you draw. It has 6 little things it's going to ask you to draw, either with your mouse or with your finger on your touch screen, or with a stylus if you have it. And I'm just going to do the first one here to show you what it looks like. When we click on the big yellow Let's Draw button, it's going to ask me to draw something. I'll have 20 seconds to do it. As I draw each of the lines, the computer is going to guess based upon any of the other pictures that it has in its memory to try and figure out what it is I'm drawing. Let's have a look. Draw a shark in under 20 seconds. Okay, got it. Let's see. Well, I'm not a very good drawer, but I know that. Let's see. Pretty neat, huh? And he is going to guess the next 5 drawings that I would do. Sometimes he gets it right, sometimes he gets it wrong, but it will also show you what other pictures it thought you might have been drawing and how it worked. Now, that's how artificial intelligence does work. The more often it gets to see and interact with different data, the better it gets at it. That's how Siri and how Alexa start learning your voice, and they start learning what things that you're actually saying, because computers actually don't know how to talk. They have to be taught how to talk and to listen. The next website we're going to look at is the Infinite Drum Machine, and this is using sound. The computer program itself has sampled, or it has captured, tens of thousands of different sounds, and it's placed it together inside of a sound cloud. And when we play with this artificial intelligence program, it's going to allow us to create different drum beats, but we're not using drum sounds, we're actually using sounds from the real world. When I click on Start Playing, it's going to start loading sounds into its memory bank. At the bottom, you're going to see this is the beat that it's going to play. Every time it hits a large circle, it's going to play the beat. Well, what is the beat that it's going to play? Well, you can see the circles inside the sound cloud at the top, and each one represents a different sound. If I just click play for now, it's going to play that sound. Now, obviously, that's a little bit of a squeaky, not so good sounding sound, but I can move to pick some different sounds. You'll notice that each one of the color groups matches the color groups in our beat box at the bottom. When I click on my play again, things changed up again. Now I can do it randomly, or I can change the metronome symbol that's here. That's the speed that it plays. I can also alter when I want the beats to play. I found it a little bit difficult to turn it back to what it was originally. If I play with these too much, and I may have to reload the page to get to it. But this is artificial intelligence playing with sound. The last one is actually playing with words, and it's trying to recognize what words connect to each other. And this is kind of a little bit of a guessing and a clue game. Okay. There we go. Now we have 2 different ways we can play this. The arcade style, which is here, is really fast. You have to do really quick thinking and you have to type quickly because the computer is going to be doing word association with you. Blocks is a little bit easier. You have time to kind of sit and think about it. I'm going to show you what that one looks like first, but you're definitely welcome to go and have a look at um, both of those if you want. Now, this kind of looks a little bit like Tetris. Each one of the blocks that are inside the collection of sounds. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn my sound down here a little bit. Each one of these blocks has words in it or it's a color. If I'm able to put in clues that tell the artificial intelligence program to pick the sports block, it'll take the sports block and any other color that's connected to it inside. My goal is to get rid of all the blocks as quickly as possible. Each round, it'll stack more on the top, and it's going to work up toward this dotted line. If it gets to there, I lose. All right, so let's look first at something like this. So here's the word school. Now down below, what I'm going to be doing, let me click enter. Okay. I'm down below. I'm going to type in words that would be connected with school. Well, obviously school is better spell it right, is a building. School might also have teachers. School might have students. Schools might have learning. Now, I don't have to type 4 words. I could only type 1 if I wanted to, but I'm trying to type as many as possible to get the computer to guess which one I'm talking about. So I'm going to click enter, and the computer is going to, let's see. So it says, let's see if the AI understands which block I'm talking about. I'm going to click on enter, and it's going to take away. Oh, did you see at the end? It stopped with school and it stopped with library. Could both of those words have been a building, students, teachers? Yes. It probably looked at the word teachers, though, and came to school. Let's see what the next one is, see if it'll do the same thing. Well, let's try this one for football. So let's say sport. Let's say ball. Let's say goal. And let's see if it gets confused with sports this time. This time it didn't look at 2 at all. I guess mine were very close. So let's try library this time. This time building, books, and computers. And let's see if it gets it. So the more you type in words that match or give clues to the word you're thinking of, the better the computer is. Let's try this time. Ooh, let's try vehicle. Vehicle is another word for a car, something that you drive in. And they did that on purpose because one of these words is motorcycle and the other word is train. Well, oh, ship is also in here too. Let's see what it comes up with. Ha! All right. Well, I was really actually thinking about train, but with that one, I probably would have had to put tracks, cars, people. So as you can see, the computer is learning from me which words connect. Does it always get it right? No, it doesn't. Sometimes it gets it wrong. And that's one of the interesting parts about artificial intelligence. So we've looked at sounds, we've looked at pictures, and now we've looked at words. Now I'm going to put a few more different links for you into the description part of the video. And let me show you a couple of those. And you're going to be able to have the opportunity to go and look at other parts of artificial intelligence and do some learning yourself. A lot of these, if you look at Google itself, has a massive number of AI experiments that you can look at. And some of these are easy to understand and some of them are a little bit more difficult, but I do hope that you take some time to look at it today. The last place that I'm going to send for you is actually at a place we've already started at school, and that's code.org. And they have a whole section for learning how to code a machine for cleaning up the oceans. And this is kind of a fun little game where you have to learn how to categorize things and look for patterns. Well, that's it for today, All-Stars. I hope you have fun learning about artificial intelligence, and I look forward to next week. I hope you have a great Ask You day, and we'll see everybody soon.